Hello, everybody, and welcome into the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Jamison Coyle. This show is all about you, the fans, because you get to ask the questions to today's guest, Colorado Rockies shortstop Trevor Story. There are two ways to ask a question. You click the green button below, you sign up or you sign in for your chance to ask that question live, or you can tweet us your questions using hashtag Chatting Cage. So, without further ado, let's bring in Trevor right now to the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Here he is. Trevor, what's going on? How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good as well, but you were the one on the hot seat. So let's dive right into this. We've got a couple of Twitter questions already coming in. The first one from LJ Maximo wants to know what advice you can give young, aspiring MLB dreamers. The game of baseball is very fortunate to have guys like you.
Oh, well, thank you. The thing that I would say, is, if you have a dream, just chase it. Don't let anybody tell you, that you can't do something. You're in control of your own destiny, and you're going to get as much as you put into it. So, I would say that, and just have fun with the game. It's a tough game. Just remember to always have fun.
It's a grind, and you certainly look like you're having fun each and every night. Our next question, A. Campbell, 91, wants to know, Trevor, what's the one thing you worked on this offseason to really help you for this year?
Going into the offseason, I had a pretty good plan of, what I wanted to do. I struggled, for a little while last year, and, I kind of found my groove there late. So, just kind of rolling those things into the offseason. And for me, it was, it's all about controlling my body, when I'm at the plate, being in control of myself, and, sticking with my approach, not letting the pitcher, deviate me from that. And, just staying with my approach.
You're watching the Edward Jones Chatting Cage with Trevor Story. Time for a fan question right now. Bring in the fan. What's your name and what's your question for Trevor?
Hey, Trevor, it's Andrew. And just got a question. In terms of the All-Star game being next week, whatnot, what would it mean to you to get the nod for the NL squad?
It would mean everything to me. It's one of my goals. Coming into the year, it's obviously a very select group of guys, and to be mentioned among those guys would be awesome. And hopefully I can get that nod.
And remember, you can continue voting up until Thursday, so you can give Trevor that nod if you log on and decide to vote. Back to the Twitter questions. 1720 wants to know, what's your favorite ballpark to play in outside of Coors Field that we see behind you there?
That's a tough one for me. Coors is awesome. There's no doubt about that. I got to play in Texas, my hometown, for the first time this year. That was pretty special to me. So I would say Texas, and Fenway is incredible. The atmosphere there is unbelievable. All the tradition and history there is unmatched. There and Wrigley are those three are probably my favorites.
All right, those are certainly good ones to play in outside of Colorado. Brooke DeVito on Twitter wants to know, Trevor, what's a favorite hobby or interest of yours off the baseball diamond?
Off the field, I love to golf. I'm a big golfer in the off season. I really enjoy the game. It's very challenging, so I kind of feel like I get a little mentally tougher, doing that. So that helps, and also I go to the movies a lot. I love movies, so me and my fiance, we're always going to the movies.
How's your golf game? You a scratch guy at this point in your career? Where are you at as far as teeing it up?
No, not scratch. I'm probably a 8 or 9 handicap. It's fun. I don't play during the season because I don't want to waste my energy or mess up my swing. So some of the pitchers have a head start on me because they can play during the season.
Yeah, there you go. You're a weekend warrior just like the rest of us in the off season. Yeah. You mentioned you like going to the movies, checking out movies. Eric Dill 8 on Twitter wants to know, do you have a favorite baseball movie that comes to mind?
For sure. My favorite baseball movie is probably Major League 2. I just kind of grew up watching that. Me and my brother, I feel like we watched it every night almost. So, obviously very funny movie and, some good baseball action in there.
This is a good one. Liz303. How'd you get the nickname Joe? Where'd that come from?
Well, it came from Mark Reynolds, last year, and he didn't really he didn't know my name, so he just called me Joe. I guess that was the first name that came to his mind. So he called me Joe, and then it just kind of stuck after that. So yeah, he couldn't remember my name, called me Joe, and there we have it.
So literally, whatever he said was going to be your nickname for that season. That's what you're telling us right here, Joe?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. All right, fans, you're watching the Edward Jones Chatting Cage with Trevor Story. Speaking of the fans, fan question time. There he is. What's your name? What's your question?
Good afternoon to both of you gentlemen. Happy 4th of July week. And my name is Lou Flores. And my question for this wonderful guy here, Trevor Story, is that do you see yourself leading this team to materialize the vision of overcoming the obstacle of going further in the postseason this year?
Yeah, it's a tough division. We we know that it's been that way for the past 2 years. So we know what we have ahead of us, and we feel like we're still in the mix, and we haven't played our best baseball yet. That's a good sign. That we're still in it, and we haven't played our best, and that's still the goal, is to get the division. So we're just working as hard as we can every single day, and not looking too far ahead, and I think that's kind of the way that we need to do it.
All right, we're looking at the EDJ question of the day right now, Trevor. What's your favorite memory from your career so far?
My favorite memory, there's a couple. Probably, my debut, that one's big for me. Hitting 2 home runs, that was special. But, I would honestly say, the day we clinched the wild card last year, because I feel like that's what you dream of when you're growing up, is to be in the playoffs, and that's why we work so hard, and that's a team thing. So to realize that we've made the playoffs, and we have a chance to go for it all, that was a special moment for us last year.
All right, fan question time yet again. Here we go, bringing in another fan. There you are. What's your name and what's your question?
Hi, Trevor, fellow Texan here. My name's Addison. I was just wondering, would you rather win a batting title or a Gold Glove?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm gonna say Gold Glove. I think because I play shortstop, and you have to be good defensively there, every night for a good team to win. So batting title's awesome. We have a couple guys that have did it, and I'm jealous of them for sure for that. But I'm gonna say Gold Glove.
That was a good question right there. We got a good one right here on Twitter. Broncos fan 61. If you weren't a Major League Baseball player, what would you have liked your occupation to be?
If I wasn't a ball player, my plan was honestly always to be a fireman. My dad was a fireman. He just retired. He's a fireman paramedic, so he was kind of my hero growing up, and I always was at the firehouse and around that scene. That it's awesome. So that was kind of what I wanted to be, and just kind of following my dad's footsteps there.
Good answer right there. How about Mike P. Lorenzo? What's the best advice you've ever received?
There's been a lot. I think honestly, last year, in 16, it was my debut, and Cargo kind of put his arm around me, and he was like, he just told me, hey, you deserve this, you deserve to be here, you're one of our good players, and just to kind of relax and realize that I deserve to be here, and after that it was just kind of playing the game, and not being not getting my own head. So he helped me out a lot with that.
Good. Peyton S. 28. Who are you closest with on the team right now?
I'm probably closest with DJ LeMahieu. He's one of my good buddies, and Tyler Anderson. Those two guys are, we all sit together on the plane, and we're always around each other. I came up with Anderson in the minor leagues, so we've known each other for a long time. DJ, you know, we play up the middle. So, yeah, we're real close.
Well, Trevor, thank you so much. Really appreciate taking a few minutes out of your day today to join us here on the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. Good luck the rest of the way this season. Look forward to talking to you at some point down the road.
Sounds good. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Trevor. Thank you, fans, for joining us and making this show happen. We'll have more shows like this all season long, so check back here for the next edition of the Edward Jones Chatting Cage. I'm Jameson Coyle. We'll see you next time.